to know what you're seeing when you sort of pre-scout the Blackhawks and sort of watch Bedard. Obviously came into the league known as sort of this perimeter shooter with this, weird drag shot. But it seems like this year, even though the scoring hasn't been like point per game plus, his two-way improvement, the way that they're controlling play with him on the ice, seems to have leveled up pretty significantly. What are you seeing?
He's great at finding the good ice, I call it. You might pressure him, but somehow he doesn't get rid of the puck, right? So he'll find that good ice. All of a sudden you have two guys go to him, and he'll make a play. I think that's what he's really learned from the NHL, from junior, that he's finding those little quiet areas. He's sucking people over him, and then he's making that play. That's hard to do as a young guy. Usually a guy gets it, he'll dump it in, or there's pressure, and he'll get rid. I don't see him throwing pucks away when there's pressure on him, and I think that's where he's really improved on. And obviously his shot's elite. He's one of those guys he can shoot through his screen as good as anybody. I think he had one. I remember watching him against Edmonton a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago, and he went, outside inside, and took a wrist shot through the defenseman. It was top shelf. Like those are really good goals, and I think that he's elite at that.
Rick, we just talked to Sherwood. He mentioned that the focus tonight is just starting on time. Is that kind of what you've talked to the team about? Yeah,
they know. We just got to be ready to go, and get to the game plan early and just play hockey. Like have some fun too. We got a lot of positives here. Let's look at the positive, not the negatives. But the one negative, or whatever you want to say, is we got to start on time.
Parody tonight?
Yeah.
And Vinny Desharnais in?
Julesen's going in tonight. Yeah.
Connor Garland was talking yesterday about the extra minutes he's playing and the responsibility and everything. How much growth have you seen in him, just in the time up here? I know you guys go back to Arizona, too.
Yeah. Well, obviously, he's playing a lot for me. He's an energizer type of guy. He drives lines. And I've played him on the penalty kill in the third, so that gives him an extra 90 seconds. So if you look at it, if there's 4 penalties he usually gets about 90 seconds of that, or a minute. So now you're going from 17, 18 to that 20. But, you got to be careful, too. I don't want to overplay him. But sometimes when you want to get your team going, sometimes you look for guys like that to get your team out of the funk.
What is it about him that makes him a guy who drives?
Well, wins a lot of battles. He's quick at the puck, and he holds pucks, too. He doesn't throw pucks away. And when you do that, it makes the other team play defense. Like when you throw pucks away, it's easy to defend. So I think he's one of our better players of holding on to the puck and making a play.
Rick, obviously the season hasn't gone the way Artie has wanted in his limited starts. Team hasn't played particularly well in front of him, but it is a bottom line business. Like, how much does he need a strong performance?
Well, I'd like us to let him play half the net tonight and not have end rushes against him, especially early. I don't care who you are. The last thing you want is your goalie facing 3-on-2 the first 5 minutes of the game, or goalmouth scrambles. So especially early, let him settle into the game. He's played some pressure games for us. And I want him to enjoy himself too. He's put some. Last year, if you look at some of the, we put him in some tough spots. So I just want him to have fun. He had a good outing. Be positive. He had a good outing at Abbotsford the other night. And he's had some good practices.
You guys beat the Blackhawks fairly handily in Chicago, and yet gave up a lot of. You traded probably too many chances than you like. You have to tighten up even against a team that struggles to score like they do.
Yeah, I don't care who you play. I think that's been a trend this year. We're giving up a little bit too much. That road trip, I thought we tightened it up. But then, we kind of went back to revert to some old habits again. So, I think we just got to, and I still think there's chances off the rush where we could create more. We're turning a 3-on-2 into a 3-on-3 fairly quickly, and it's funny, we were just doing some video on it, and there's a story to it. I think we'll be better in that tonight, because the one thing with our team, if you give them something, they know. We got to start on time. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a good effort at the start, but I think we'll be better off the rush because we did a little bit of rush presentation today.
Rick, talking about the way your defensive game trended in California and then maybe lapsed a bit since, it also seemed like your second pair, that Myers-Soucy pair, was really strong on the road trip, and maybe some of the struggles that they had early in the year kind of crept back into their game. What are you seeing from that pair? Because it's something you've stuck with throughout, even if they haven't necessarily been to the level that they were in the playoffs for you last season.
Yeah, you tend to stick together for something. They were good for us last year, especially in the playoffs. They had some high-level assignments they had to do. They've struggled a little bit at times this year. I thought, like I said, they're rounding out their game. I think it's a little bit of a breakouts, confidence-wise, knowing where people are. You know, we got some new people in here, and they're still trying to find the system. So sometimes when they get it, the guy's not there. What happens? You double clutch it. You hold it for a second, then you get stripped. It's not entirely their fault. You know, I think our staff's got to get better at teaching the new guys where to be all the time. And there's responsibility everywhere. But I think if we go to our spots, especially early, I think you're going to give guys confidence, because there's nothing worse when the puck here has it. Here comes the pressure, and you're looking, hey, where's my guy to relieve pressure? He's not there. What do? You either hold it, you throw it off the glass, they keep it in, and then all hell breaks loose. So I think that we got to get better at being connected.
I'm curious.
Taking a look heading into tonight's matchup, just how are you guys feeling coming off a little bit of rest?
Feel better today, but we obviously have business to take care of tonight. We didn't like our last game, and we're looking for more consistent effort.
With the way last game went, do you guys have a bit of a focus heading into tonight's game?
I think just starting on time, that's been a theme for us. We haven't been as sharp as we need to be on home ice, and obviously we've been good on the road, but we owe it to our fans and to ourselves to come out and have a good 60-minute effort.
How about the opportunity for you moving up the lineup? What do you need to do to have success with those guys that you skated with at practice yesterday?
Yeah, just play my game. Obviously, they're for a reason, so just play my game and be simple and be predictable and get pucks back for them too. Obviously, they're great playmakers, so if we can get the puck in their hands, it'll be a good night.
Is there a message when lines are changed, Kiefer? Do you guys take that as a message, or is it just trying to have a new vibe after the last game?
I don't know. I mean, our job's just to. I always say our job's to play. So, whoever we're with, however much we play, it's we just got to be ready. So, time to take care of business, I guess.
You've been an offensive guy before, so you must feel comfortable playing with players like these guys.
Yeah, it's a different caliber, I guess, maybe at this level. But yeah, I think you just less thinking, just more doing, and you just got to be ready. 60 minutes tonight.
You'll play tomorrow against your former team. Is that one that you had circled? How do you sort of manage those emotions?
Well, I'll probably have a better answer for you tomorrow. I think right now I'm just focused on Chicago and taking care of business and coming out. We need to win tonight, so yeah.
All right.
Don't take your time.
Don't take your time. I won't.
Apologize to the fans. We're not playing good enough at home, so I apologize.
I was traded to Van. I didn't have a signed contract yet. I actually got offer sheeted by Detroit.
No shit.
I didn't accept it, though.
You didn't accept it?
We cannot play light. We're too light of a team.
A freaking arm cramp.
For you're healthy scratch early November, and then there's.
Yeah, I thought you forgot about that. But,
You don't want none.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.